Hey, what's up? It's your boy, Bedhead Fred. No, what's up, Deke, RelaxShacks.com. I am on my way to a treehouse build that I'm working on, sneaking in a last build before we do Tiny House Summer Camp, where you can build with us, hands-on camp with us, live demos, guest builders, speakers, all that. Tour tiny houses coming up in September. I'm at Home Depot getting wood for this treehouse build, and I want to look at another Home Depot shed with the implications of it possibly being turned into a tiny house. Is it feasible or not? So here she is in the parking lot. I'm imagining this is a model available through Tuff Shed nationally at other Home Depots. The price is somewhere in the sixes. Let's just round up and call it 7,000 or 8,000 because this is the stock model. And it's like the bare bones version of it. So you're gonna have some upselling on things. Just a quick peek. It's got the metal roofing, which will certainly last a long time. Not much of a drip edge, meaning this will receive water over time, some ventilation. The big old double barn style doors and a loft, or at least a window up there. We will see in a second. So first thing I do, let me go inside here so I can have some privacy. First thing I would do as I turn around is, honestly, if it were me, I would get rid of all that, and using some sun tough polycarbonate roofing, something like that, I would build some kind of big old, or maybe put a sliding door there. I'd make that a big natural light. I don't want to say statement piece, but I'd make it something that was translucent or transparent to bring a lot of light into the space at the cost, of course, of losing some heat and R value, but I think it'd be well worth the trade. Up here is that window for ventilation. Is there one on the other side? There is not. I would put one on the other side because if this is gonna be my loft right here, I want a view and I want ventilation. It will get hot up there, certainly. They have the little metal gusset pieces there, or the tabs. I would put some collar ties. You're gonna lose some headroom doing that just to make this that much stronger up there. But there's a lot of room up here. I'm guessing that peak there is 4 feet, maybe just over that. 2x6 is holding it up. That's a pretty spacious loft. It is, and I can tell you in a second, these are 2 feet on center. So that loft is 6 feet wide and what is this, 10 feet across? If I had to guess. You can tell by the plywood sheets, by the way. If they're stock size plywood, this is 4 feet wide, another 4-foot piece, and 2 feet. So it's 10 feet across. If that fails, you can always do the step test. My feet are almost exactly 12 inches long. Or you can lay down. I'm like 6'4", so I'll lay down if I have to and measure where my head reaches and then kind of do the math from there. This is all that Chips Ahoy particle board. Not a fan of it, but it does work as long as water's not hitting that. So the roof, that's where the roof and sealing things well and flashing comes into play. You don't want to risk this getting wet because it turns just into a slurry, a mess when that happens. The framing is kind of cool. I mean, I'm seeing like proper headers and such. There's this one window here. Again, I'd put in a bigger one, maybe another one. You want some cross breeze, maybe eliminate that one. You have one here, one here. But overall, this is, so that's an 8-foot sheet. Another 4, it's 12 feet long by 10 by 12, 120 square feet, which in a lot of areas is allowable without additional permitting. Meaning you can build something like this, 120 square feet, and still kind of flies under the radar. An okay amount of living space down here, saving space for putting your bed up there. You could build just an open floor plan, a little kitchenette kind of thing, and sacrifice one of the corners for a little bathroom. And again, using the plywood on the floor to denote where things could be, like right here conveniently, that's 4 by 4 feet. You could sneak a bathroom in there, a nautical wet bath that's completely waterproof, so that you could shower in there, use the toilet, composting toilet, Cinelette, Envirolet, what have you. So that's your 4-by-foot plot right there. The other thing I might consider doing is you take a quadrant like this. These are 16 on center, and these are actually done with 2x4s. A lot of cases, a lot of times you'll see the smaller sheds 2x3s or just really junky wood. It looks like it's decent quality. Keep in mind, this is the display model. What you get when it's delivered might be different. Blow these out, put a little doorway here, and build a little 1-pitch shed roof attachment off the side that's 4 by 4 feet, something you'd have to do on your own, and that becomes your corner nook to the bathroom, separate from all this. Just some ideas again. And all of a sudden this space remains free and clear, it's wide open, you're not encroaching on that usable, quote unquote, livable, depending on what you need, space. So just a quick look at this model shed, which is kind of decent. Another thing I might do is up here, I might build out, see that lip right there, or even lower than that, maybe a 2-foot shelf for storage. Or if you had pets, you know, like cats, it could be a nice little perch area. You could potentially put the loft on this side too, but the problem with that, if you're coming in through here, it really makes the space feel smaller as you're entering in a kind of crouched, closed, more claustrophobic space, as opposed to entering and having all this aerial space here before you see the loft. Again, this is just me. I might put a slider here or something that doesn't even open, that's, you know, that sun tough polycarbonate stuff, multi-wall, the greenhouse type stuff, and put my door somewhere else on the side. Again, blowing out a quadrant panel right here, which would be easy enough. So just some ideas, just want to share with you guys. Thank you for watching as always. I'd love for you guys to join us one of these times at Tiny House Summer Camp. It's so much fun, so much stuff going on. It's 2 intensive days. You can get there a day early on Friday to check in, and if you want, you can stay in camp till Monday and hang with all of us as well. So kind of potentially use 4 days if you'd like. RelaxShacks.com for this, and we will, or for that, and we will see you guys later. I'm late and off to build a tree house, so I'm out of here.